Welcome to the Kindred Being office in Old Town Temecula, California. Today we're going to talk about Beyond Quantum Healing. What is it and what are the benefits for you? Well, I have seen people's lives completely change with Beyond Quantum Healing, including my own. The information is limitless, and there are no boundaries to what can happen in a session. Anything can happen in a session, and each session is designed by your spirit team for you. So all sessions are different. That's what makes it a little bit difficult to describe exactly what Beyond Quantum Healing is. But it does follow the classic past life regression model, which means most of the time a client's past lives are visited. So when you book a session with Kindred Being, you'll very shortly after that, you'll hear from me, the facilitator here at Kindred Being, and we will go over what it is you're looking to gain from a session. We'll also talk about ways to prepare yourself before a session, intentions to be done, a little maybe meditations, and practice sessions to have to prepare your consciousness, your awareness, and your body before a session. And on the day of your session, when you join me here in the Kindred Being office, we will have an interview where we'll go over your questions one by one. We'll add any last minute details you might want to add. I'll get the full picture and intent behind what you're looking to gain from a session. That way I can kind of guide the session to finding those answers for you. Then we do the induction. Now the induction sounds like magic, but it's really just relaxing. This is a state you're very familiar with. You've felt this before in your life, this very relaxed state, and that's what we're going to go into in a session. So we're going to let go of all the tenseness in your body, any expectations of how you think things should go, just any fear, it's all going to be let go so that we can allow the flow of information. And in the flow of information, we often visit a client's past lives. These lives usually have some lesson or something to do with the client's current life and situation. So that's interesting how they always tie into the client's current life. And at the appropriate time in the session, I'll begin asking the questions. We'll go over each of the questions one by one. Again, these can be on any subject. This could be cosmic questions. This could be questions about reality, questions about finance, about jobs, about love. It can be anything at all. And we'll visit all those questions during the session and we'll get the full answers. Or when I feel like we've gotten an exhaustive answer, we've covered every angle of this question, we'll move on to the next question. Now, my favorite part of a session, I have to say, is the end. Because at the end of the session, everything gets wrapped up and it is applied to the client's current life situation. So that's my favorite part because you might not see it. Me as the observer of the session, I might not see how everything pertains to each other, how everything's linked. But at the end of the session, your spirit guides, your superconscious, your subconscious, your higher self wraps it all up for you. So it makes sense. And that is the most magical part of the session for me. It amazes me every time. So you'll go away with that. And then after a session, I will bring the client out of their meditative state back to everyday awareness. And we'll do kind of a debriefing. So we'll talk about the session. What does the client remember? Sometimes they remember. Sometimes they don't, and so we'll go over that. We'll go over key points in the session, and we'll kind of get some insight from the client's perspective of what they were experiencing, which is always really interesting as well. Now, the entire session is on video. and audio. So a client will have a copy of the video and audio, and this is an important part of the session, the reviewing of it, because this is where integration happens. You receive so much useful information in a session that can change your entire perspective about life and the world around you and how you go about your everyday existence. And all that information is integrated by reviewing the session. So it's really important to have that. And then after a session, we can continue our relationship. I have a Facebook group called Kindred Beings on Facebook, where I'm happy to continue relationships with past clients. Of course, I'm available as well via email or phone. I always love finding out what's happening in the life of my clients, because there's some sort of connection and relationship created through these sessions that are just magical. I'm so honored to be a part of every session, and to see this information come through for clients. It amazes me every time, and I'm so thankful and appreciative. And I want clients to know that they are safe and cared for here in the Kindred Being office. And there's nothing to worry about. Any questions a client has before the session, I'm so happy to answer and create that open communication. So if you have any more questions about what Beyond Quantum Healing is and exactly how it can help you, feel free to contact me. Email, call, text, contact me through social media. We're most active on Facebook and Instagram. You can contact us there. Thank you for viewing this video, and I hope to see you soon.